Hey, what's going on everyone? RC84 here, like always, thanks for watching. Well, my friends, welcome to part 3 of Project Humvee, which is on the P408 US military vehicle from HG. Now, in this video, we're going to be swapping out our stock motor and putting in our new motor. So let's talk about what motor I decided to go with. So the motor I decided to go with is an RC4 drive 55 turn brush motor. This is a 540 series motor. I absolutely love this motor. It's a very smooth motor and has a lot of power and a lot of low end torque. Now this is the exact same motor that I have in my Trailfinder 2 from RC4 drive and in my 6x6 military truck, which is the HC6 from Cross RC. Now both of these vehicles do have a 2-speed transmission, and I feel with the 55 in there it does a really great job in both of those vehicles, so why not put a 55 in the Humvee and see how that's going to react. Now I actually had to study this a little bit before I dived into it, and I actually had to break out the manual to kind of figure out how to get the transmission out, how to, swap out the motor and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys on how to do that. Now you're going to need 2 tools for this. So you're going to need a 1.5 millimeter hex driver, or Allen key if you want to say, and a 2.0 millimeter hex driver, because a lot of the screws on this vehicle is 2 millimeter and 1.5 millimeters. So let's go ahead and get into getting the stock motor out and putting our new one in. Alright, so let's get to it. So to get our motor out, we actually have to undo the transmission here. Not completely take it out, but undo it enough just where we can actually get this up and get the screws out that we need. Now, in order to do this, we have to remove the exhaust pipe right here that goes on the vehicle underneath. So we're going to flip it upside down, like so. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these 2 millimeter screws that we have to undo so we can get our exhaust bracket out. Or get our exhaust pipe out of there. So we take these, make sure you set them to the side where you know where they're at. So pull it like so. There he goes. That slides out. So now we'll flip the vehicle right side up. Now we should be able to move our exhaust pipe here. Now also you want to be careful because you have the wire to your servo back here. So you want to be careful not to pull that or yank it anything hard, but this should come out fairly easy. And as you see, it dropped. There we go. We got our exhaust bracket, our exhaust pipe out of there. So now we can get to our transmission. Now we got 3 main screws, or 2 millimeter screws, 2 located here and 1 located on this side over here. So we're going to head and loosen up these. So our next thing is that we got to remove is this little bar that goes across the motor. This is to protect the body from hitting the motor. So that motor gets really hot, so that bar is kind of preventing from heating up. So we're going to take a 1.5 millimeter and take this out. Set that to the side. Is a 2 millimeter screw right here, so we're going to be putting it right there, unscrewing that, and we can remove the bar. Now I'm trying to do this without removing the whole transmission out of the vehicle, so I'm just going to give a lift up. Now make sure that your motor wires are not connected to your ESC, which we did not connect in part 2 there. So I'm just going to lift up on it gradually, just enough for me to get to where I need to get to. So, all right. Now the motor itself is connected to a motor plate, which that motor plate is connected to our transmission. Now there are 3 screws that unloosens the motor plate. We have one here, one over here, and one underneath. That was the one that I needed to get to, really. So we're gonna go ahead and undo that. Now we can pull our motor off. Right, so we're gonna have to remove our motor plate. So we got two 2mm screws. So undo these. We'll set him to the side so we know where he's at. Again, remove this one. And there's our motor plate. Now the next thing we're going to do is remove our pinion gear, because I'm going to use the stock pinion gear, which is a 13 tooth pinion gear, my friends. So we're going to be using that. So to do that, we need a 1.5mm hex driver. To undo that. And it seems that this one is going to be a little stubborn, so we have to break out a different tool there to get that screw out. Right, so it had a little issue with my tool here. My 1.5mm hex driver did not want to turn the screw, so I tried to use another one of mine and it did not work. So I actually had to use the stock one that came with the truck to loosen it up. So it did, and I'm very thankful for that, because I don't have a 13 tooth pinion gear, as you guys can see there. 13 tooth. If it'll focus on me. It won't focus. Focus. There you go. So yeah. All right. Well, my friends, we have our first issue here with Project Hummer is the pinion gear. Now this is a 13 pinion gear, and I'm trying to put it onto the RC4 drive motor, and is having a problem of fitting. Now it looks to be the right size and everything, but as I'm looking inside, there's a little like some shrouded up metal in there, I guess from where the drill went through to drill out the hole. Just kind of left some ridges in there. So I'm gonna try to drill it out a little bit and see if we can get this thing to work and fit on there. If not, we might have to just deal with the stock motor. I wasn't really hoping for that, but I'm gonna try my best to see if we can get it on there. All right, so let me break out the drill and start drilling it out. All right, so let's go for it. Alright friends, so I finally got it on there. I had to do a little bit of drilling and also hammer it down a little bit to try to get it to go down. Now, that's pretty good. Hopefully it will work. If not, then I will have to switch out back to the stock motor, of course, because I don't have a pinion gear that's anything close to a 13 tooth. Now also with the pinion gears, you can probably see this right here close up. Kind of weird, give it to the Chinese to do something weird in the US, but it is what it is. So hopefully this will go smoothly. So yeah, all right my friends, so let's get ahead and put it in there and we'll find out later on. So we got motor in. Now let's get the transmission hooked up back up. We had our drive shaft fall out here in the rear. So line that back up and get it in there. There we go. Right, so got the motor in. Hopefully it'll run smoothly. If not, then we'll find out during the test run of it and see about it. But let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff back installed, our exhaust pipe and all that good stuff. Well, that's it, my friends. Got the motor installed. It took a little bit longer than what I originally expected, but you know, that happens when you run into a couple of hiccups, but managed to get it all worked out and got the motor inside the vehicle and everything. So that includes part 3 of Project Humvee. The next part, which is going to be part 4, is going to be installing our new tires onto our wheels, going with some different types of tires. So make sure you stay tuned for that. You can do that by subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell. That way you get notified when I upload a new video of the Humvee project and any of my other videos as well. Well, my friends, I'll see you in upcoming part 4 of Project Humvee. Thanks for watching. Later.